In many of my programs, the students use PIVO so they can submit their videos for us to review during office hours. And it does really, really help when we can see a little video of your riding. We can right away tell you what you need to focus on, what you need to work on. And with this little device, it's so easy. Hello, congratulations on your PIVO. I wanted to go through step by step and help you get everything set up because I know at first it can be always daunting when you get something new. I want to assure you that the PIVO is not that complicated to do, and once you get the hang of it, it's really, really easy. So before you get to the barn and you have your horse like this, you're going to want to download the PIVO app to your phone. You just go to the App Store, you download the PIVO app. It will have you set up an account with your username and your password. And then you will want to make sure that your PIVO pod is fully charged before you get to the barn as well. And then once you get to the barn, it's very simple. What you're going to do is you're going to open up your nice little carrying case and set up your tripod. The tripod has a bunch of different adjustments, so you can make it go higher, you can make it go lower, just kind of based on what you need. I'm going to make it a little higher here. And you can either set up your PIVO in the middle of the arena and ride around it, or you can set it up at one end or the other. I usually like to set it up in the middle of the arena because that way, since your phone doesn't zoom quite as much, you stay a little bit closer. So once you have your tripod where you want it, then you're just going to take your PIVO pod and you're just going to screw it in to the top like so. So it's really quite easy. You just screw it in like this. Then the next step is you are going to open up on your phone. You're going to find your PIVO app. So I'm just going to scroll here and find where my PIVO app is. So you click the PIVO app and it starts opening. Then you're going to want to turn on your PIVO pod, hold down the button, and you heard one little click tells you that it's on. Then I'm going to push the plus button at the bottom and it says looking for a PIVO device. If this is your first time setting this up, it will ask you like, are you filming a horse or what are you kind of filming? So you want to make sure that you select horse in the different selections. And then it will start saying searching for a horse to track. Well, first it will tell you that your pod is connected. Then it will say searching for a horse to track. So what I'm going to do is I am going to now screw my phone into the top here. And I like to film in landscape mode. So that's like this, horizontal. Okay, so I've got it screwed in here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is make sure that I have my remote controller, because this is really, really handy so that you can start and stop your video while you're riding. Okay, so it says it's searching for a horse. Okay, and I just hit record. So let me walk in front of the camera. The best way to get it to find you is you see how it turned and now it's facing him. So it caught on to Mr. Mercurio here. So normally what I do before I get on is I just kind of walk around and make sure that as I walk this circle around here, that it's following me. On your remote, there's a little plus button in the middle here. That tells your PIVO to stop and start recording. So if I hit the plus, you see how it flashes 3 times? That's how I know it's recording. If I hit the plus again, it flashes 1 time and I know it's stopped. So I'm going to keep it on stop and then I'm going to go and get on. Okay, so then once you get on, everything should be all set up to go, and you just kind of keep an eye and make sure that as you're riding around that your camera should always be facing you. If for some reason your PIVO gets off track, like if it's not following you anymore, just ride close in front of the camera and usually it will pick you up again. And then use your remote to start and stop. So normally I just stopped it because it flashed once. And then normally I stop it when I'm just doing a walk break, so I don't have just a ton of extra footage. And then I start it again if I'm gonna go off and do something. You can either set it up in the middle of your ring so you can ride like circles around your PIVO, like so. Or you can set it up on the side of your arena. It's also really great if you can ride some straight lines towards and away from the PIVO, because that's going to help you to be able to see your straightness. But just kind of go about your normal ride. I do always recommend, if you can, film in both directions. That's really important so that you can analyze how your horse looks differently from left and right. Like I said, it's good practice to see if you can ride straight towards your PIVO to see how straight or not straight you are. Good boy. Good boy. And then once you're home later, you know, take your video, assess, analyze your video, notice what worked well, notice what didn't work well, study your video. And this is just such a useful tool. In many of my programs, the students use PIVO so they can submit their videos for us to review during office hours. And it does really, really help when we can see a little video of your riding. We can right away tell you what you need to focus on, what you need to work on. And with this little device, it's so easy. So that's all there is to it. Don't get frustrated. It's not that hard. Download the app, set it up, give it a try. Even, you know, something is better than nothing. I've had days where I forgot to charge my PIVO, and even just putting it on the stand and setting it to look at your arena is better than nothing.